Hello 102ers and welcome to Daylight Savings Time. Yeah, of course, I'm a bigger fan of the standard time because I like the dark. I don't necessarily burst into flames or even sparkle, but don't even get me started on that garbage. But I like the cool dark nights in front of a fire pit where you can look up and see the stars and such. The sun is fine for all of you who like to be warm, but that's not me. Give me a cool breeze any day. But I digress, as usual. Because I'm kind of feeling that this is going to be a really short video. Let's roll right into our masterclass schedule, as you know, by going down here until you see View the Course Schedule. Click on the 102 Masterclass Schedule link here. And then we are going to locate our week. We are in Unit 3 now. And we are under spring break, so week 9. Fantastic and amazing, isn't it? So after this week, folks, there's only 6 weeks left, so we're heading towards the finish line. We start that journey with a review of the CSET material. So clicking on this link here will bring you to this place here. We've already looked through most of it. So if I were you, I'd kind of go back through just to make sure that you understand what C, S, E, and T mean. Common problems. There's a challenge down here, which is a really good one. But all these CSET resources will help you. Otherwise, as you can see, you can go back to week 7 and take a look at these again, just to remind you. But for the most part, it is what it is. So we're just going to be talking about, the homework. The Unit 3 Argumentative Research Paper Outline. So that's it. So once you click on this page, you will get here, and the first thing they want you to do is kind of download this template. Now, in the original timeline, if you're getting this reference, you're a complete and total dork, and I love you. I actually think that the original show is probably my favorite show of all time, and the remake, which is currently on NBC, is not bad. It's just not the original, okay? So anyway, like I said, in the original timeline, the template they wanted you to do kind of looked something like this. I know, right? Ugly and useless as hell. I wasn't going to put you through that, so I did what I always do. I revised the sucker. You're welcome. This one is a bit more involved, and yes, I understand that. But it's also much easier to work through, shows you exactly what needs to go where, and will allow you the understanding to start actually writing your paper. So everything I have here explains exactly what each section is, gives you a prompt or a question to kind of start with. You can see the introduction, which is going to be a single paragraph, the background, which is going to be at least 1, maybe 2, your development, which is going to go rather far. Argument point number 1, argument point number 2, argument point number 3. Any additional points that you may have, you can put in here. You have your counter-argument section, your rebuttal to the counter-argument, and then finally your conclusion, listing out with your references. So, you're welcome. I do actually really like this movie. So again, go through this template and answer the questions as best you can, in as much detail as you can. The more work you put into it now, the less work you'll have to put into it later. So think about your hook. It's not just how you convince your reader that your topic is worthwhile and necessary. It's basically like, how are you going to make sure that your reader desperately wants to read your paper, instead of just looking at it and saying, yeah, whatever. Give them any brief background information that they need to understand in order for your thesis statement to make sense. Your background is going to be a development of the brief background. So the background here basically takes this information and gives more details here, so we can understand the actual argument points down here. And here you can see the CSET, right? Claim, the topic sentence. The support is the evidence, see? Support. Then we have the evidence here, so CSET. Explanation is the tie-in. Make sure that you detail all of this and use source material. Tell me what you did. What source did you use? Same thing through here, okay? Then down here, if you have more points, which I highly recommend and I welcome, You do not have to limit yourself to 3. You can have 6 if you want. Just kind of give information down here about what else you're going to add in this section. Your counter argument, what are the most common objections? Because remember, not everybody agrees with you, else this wouldn't be an argument. You can't argue something that everybody already agrees with. So, what are the most common objections? What does the other side say in response to this? What sources are you going to use to show those counter arguments? And then, how are you going to respond to it? The rebuttal, okay? So make sure that you detail all of these, because in the conclusion is just basically giving that sense of closure. Finishing up. Remember, we do not start our conclusion with in conclusion. I can hear your brain shut off at that very 2-word phrase right there. But what I'd like to see is a sense that you are coming to the end rather than just simply stopping, okay? And then list out your references here. That really should take care of it. And that's it? Really? I'm not even at a page and a half from my script. Wow. This is probably going to be the shortest video of the semester. Yep, it's barely 6.5 minutes long. So this should be a pretty popular one to watch. In any case, reach out if you have any issues, and welcome back to the last half of the semester. I can't wait to see what you're going to do with your paper. Enjoy the extra sunlight for those of you crazies, and see ya.